Hey guys, welcome to my conversation with your three-time Georgia high school state champion. Most recently, won a 120, right? Was it
Yes, sir.
120?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
120.
Braydon Mitchell, Social Circle. How does it sound to have three-time next to your name?
That sounds pretty good. Third in the social circle history. Well, fourth actually.
Oh,
Sounds good.
really?
Yes, sir.
All right. So who did you join? Do you know?
Um, James Corsinini had won three, but one of his was at another school. Josh Inkstrom and um Kenneth Morris, maybe one of the Morris brothers. I'm not.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty cool though. I mean, it's pretty elite company.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So before we get started into talking about wrestling and social circle wrestling and Braden Mitchell, as far as that goes, let's start off the map. You good with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's start with just some simple yes or no questions. Sushi, yes or no?
Depends on the sushi, but yes.
What do you mean?
I can't really do the raw fish,
Okay. But you can do the other stuff.
like the rolls and stuff. I like
Okay. All right. Is there a particular role?
California roll is probably the favorite.
Okay. All right. Music during your warm up.
Rap
Yes or
music,
no?
yes.
Rap music? What were
Yes,
you
sir.
listening to right before you went out and competed?
A song by 1600 Time Man called Exit 8 Rockstar.
Wow, I have no idea what that
It's the
is.
song that's on my recent on the post where I won.
Okay, I'll have to go check it out
Yes, sir.
and listen to it. All right. So, best subject in school,
I'd say
or the subject you like the most?
history.
History. What
Yes,
is it
sir.
about history that you like?
It's just interesting to me, so I can focus more and just really want to learn about it.
Okay. Is there a particular time in history that you like more than another?
I'd say like World War II is pretty interesting to me.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yes,
How
sir.
about worst subject or the one you like the least?
ELA definitely.
ELA.
Yeah, I can't write essays. Well, I can, but it's not my favorite.
I got you. All right. All right. So cookies or brownies?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd say cookies.
Okay. If I were to give you a choice between these two things to have, would you want a time machine or a magic wand?
Ooh, magic wand.
Oh, what would be your first thing? Do you know? Would it be
Probably
money?
definitely money.
So I think you've answered the question, but would you rather be the smartest person in the world or the richest person in the world? I guess maybe the person with the magic wand, right?
Smart and rich, they can go hand in hand. So
They can go hand in hand.
sure.
I got you. All right. So I know, I mean, you were, I don't know if you were really cutting weight, but you definitely were watching your weight this year. I know that.
Yes, sir.
Is there one thing during the course of the year that you were like, man, I really miss this, and you couldn't wait
Milkshake.
until what?
Milkshakes.
You really miss milkshakes.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of milkshake?
The peach one from Chick-fil-A.
Peach one from Chick-fil-A. I've never had that. Is it really good?
Really, really good.
Okay. All right. So that's the one thing you missed. Was that one of the first things you went and got after you were
Like
finished?
after about every tournament, I'd go and get one.
Oh, okay. All right. And then you get right back on the
Yep.
the focus on to what you had to do the next week.
Yes,
So
sir.
I got you. I got you. All right. So Braden, so before we jump on the mat, the last question I have off the mat is there a skill you have off the mat or a talent you have off the mat that maybe your social circle teammates, Coach Etheridge doesn't know about, something that you do that maybe people don't know as much about?
My whole team knows, but I'd say like gymnastic stuff. I'm actually really good at flips. I can do standing fulls and everything.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Did you do a flip at the state tournament?
Back. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. So can Coach Etheridge do a flip?
No, no. Yeah.
How about Coach Prater?
Oh no,
No. Okay. How about is there anybody else on the team who could do one with you?
most of us can. I'd say there's probably like 5 others that can, 6
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I would guess that being good with gymnastics or things along those lines is very helpful in wrestling.
Definitely.
So, did you do gymnastics before you got into wrestling?
I did it a few, like when I was like 3, but I've always done flips and stuff with my friends. That's one of my main hobbies for a really long time.
Was flipping whether you were on ground or into the lake or
All the
something like that?
time.
Yeah, I got you. All
Learned how
right.
to do
So,
back. And
say what?
7 years old with first backflip.
7 years old.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Did you stick it?
Yes, sir. No, not the first one. Not the first one. It was rough.
It was rough. The first one.
Yes, sir.
You made it all the way around, though.
Yeah, I just like landed on my stomach with my arms up, hurt my back.
Oh, that didn't dissuade you from doing it again?
No, I tried right after and got it.
All right. So, jumping into wrestling, when did you begin wrestling? How did you
Uh,
start? All those things.
so when I was around third grade, I'd say my dad kept asking me about it, but I didn't really want to do it then. And then around fifth grade came around, and I was playing football, and then I realized I was a little bit too small for football. And my dad was like, "Let's try wrestling," so I did. And around 10 years old, I came into Klein's room and fell in love with it.
So, what was it in third grade that you were like, no? And what was that kind of that process? Like you
It
didn't
was
want to
honestly,
do it, then you went a little bit into it, and then you fell in love with it.
I just really didn't want to wear the singlets. I don't know
Mm.
why, but I just didn't want to.
No, I get it. I mean, I totally get it. So what was it about wrestling that made you fall in love with it?
Just the grind, just like constantly wanting to get better and get better and getting the hand raised.
Got you. You were motivated.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, um, you guys have an unbelievably great program at Social Circle, but you still have lots of new kids that come in.
Yeah,
They start somewhere, and whether they start when they're young or they start when they're freshmen, they come in, and they're kind of like eyes are big and not sure of what's going on and so on and so forth. What's a piece of advice that you would give one of them?
I'd say just keep working and listen to the coaches. It's the main thing. Just listen to the coaches because what they say works every time.
Gotcha. All right. All right. So before we jump into this year and actually the last couple of years, just again, a little bit of who's the best person that you've ever wrestled? Not necessarily in a match, just best
Mm.
person that you've ever kind of like rolled around with.
It would probably Nathan Desmond in a match.
Oh, okay. Desmond's pretty tough.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Wrestling in a freestyle.
How'd you fare?
It was freestyle match at Fargo. It was it was pretty rough.
Yeah, those could go pretty quick.
Yes, sir. They can.
Yeah. All right. Have you gotten a takedown on Coach Etheridge?
No, I never have.
You
I've
never
tried.
have. Have you tried?
I've tried.
All
He magic sticks me every time.
right. So let's go back in time because you're a three-time state champion. Let's go back to your freshman year. You're small, you're even small for a little 6 pounder, right?
Yeah, 103.
So what was that year like, and what did you take from it to help you be a champ the following?
I'd say just going harder in the weight room and not letting people in on my legs because that was a big issue that I had, and just focusing more and trying to get bigger.
So what was the biggest jump as far as you feeling like you moved from being a good wrestler to a very, very good wrestler? When did it happen, and what was it that made that happen for you?
I'd say this the first year I went to Fargo and duels, national duels, that year was a huge jump for me. Because when I went to duels and Fargo, everybody was just in on my legs. And I just kept getting taken down. And I was like, I got to do something about this. And I don't really give up too many takedowns anymore after that. That was the
Yeah.
main jump.
So you got a little bit of your eyes opened up a little bit to kind of level of competition. I get that. So what did you do? What was the thing that happened? Like you just worked in the room as far as head, hands, defense,
Just
that sort of thing?
contact, keeping contact with my head, and just every time I feel them level change, me level change. Just mainly just make sure I down block, kept my legs back.
So this year, everybody looks at it and goes, I mean, Braydon, I mean, he was a three-time state champ, and I watched your finals match and I'm not saying that, you didn't have to work hard or anything along those lines, but you were at a different level than everyone else. But you had some challenges this year. You had some things
Def-
to overcome.
Definitely.
What were they?
Oh, last June at Disney Duels, I actually tore my ACL and meniscus. Fully tore my ACL, partially tore the meniscus, and it was a rough part. And I had to decide whether I wanted to get surgery then and miss my senior season possibly, or just wait it out and get surgery after, wrestle with the torn ACL. And I decided to just wrestle with it.
Was that hard? Was that a
Yeah,
tough decision to make?
yes, sir, it was because every week it was hurting. Like I'd say it gave out about 3 times a week, and I had to stop practicing, just go wait on the wall till I felt okay again. It was
Yeah.
definitely
Well, and that what you just described is exactly what happens for anybody who's not torn their ACL, which I have two torn ACLs myself. Is well, I mean they're now repaired, but you know, it does. It locks up and it gives out, and you fall over, and it sucks and it hurts, and then you kind of go off to the side and you work it back, and then you come
definitely.
back in.
Mm.
How was there any point at which you were like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish the season?
I'd say around Christmas time, it was just kept getting worse and kept getting worse, and I was really struggling with it. And it would give out every single day. Like I couldn't even really drill too much without it just giving out on me.
So
That was rough.
have you gotten it fixed yet?
I just got surgery 2 weeks ago today.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, what I don't want to delve into too much detail, but do they now take your hamstring or what do they
It was
do?
a patellar bone.
You took it off your patella?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's one of the ones I had too. So wow. All right. So you're now in rehab. You're now um trying to get better and everything else. What's next for Braydon? Because I know wrestling's not next, at least in the short term.
Yes, sir.
What,
Just getting
yeah,
just
what,
leg back, trying to get back to where I was.
and
A little
then in the fall you are headed to?
Emmanuel University.
All right. And are you excited about that, that journey ahead of you?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, why Emmanuel?
The coaches, I like the coaches a lot. The environment's really good. Feels like home. I like the school, just everything just felt right for me.
Very cool, Braydon. Well, I'm going to ask you one last question I've been asking everybody, and then we'll wrap this up. And that is, why wrestling? What makes wrestling special, at least from your opinion?
Just the long term effects, honestly, it just makes you such a better person. Just teaches you how to work hard and work for stuff. Nothing's given to you. Just keep persevering through stuff whenever you face challenges.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, I want to wish you a speedy recovery. I want to congratulate you on three
Thank
state
you.
titles. It is a fantastic achievement for
Thank
somebody
you.
who never won a state title. I'm a little envious, but you've had a great career, and I can't wait to see you compete in the future, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.